Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. My last video, I discussed Nikita Dragon, and when I discussed her, I only touched upon things that were very her-centric. But in the comments, you guys made me aware of another aspect that is connected to Nikita but not about her really, that I actually wanted to discuss but separately. Basically, today we're going to talk a little bit about the influencer culture going on today. When I say influencer, you know I never mean genuinely good content creators, because if I think you're a good content creator, I will call you content creator. If I think you make terrible decisions, have shown no improvement after scandals, so on and so forth, people like Tana and Nikita, then I will call you an influencer, and that is meant with all the shade in the world, truly. So we're talking about influencers. And the influencer culture that I find alarming is that there have always been snakes. We know this, there have always been shitty people. This is not a new thing. However, now that tea channels and drama channels and channels like mine that I don't really know how to categorize really, now that there are channels like us that actually talk about these things, there are people who try to capitalize it. There are people who are very power hungry and want to simply make it into these videos. And I know that because I get emails sometimes of people telling me to make a video on them. That's the first way you're gonna get me to not make a video about you, especially when it's stupid influencer shit. It's not like serious things that need to be discussed. Nikita had her 25th birthday party. She had a big event, a lot of people at the event. All the footage I've seen, everyone was maskless. She said they did a COVID test. Do I really believe everyone lined up? Just no. I'll link the video down below if you want to see all of that. I don't want to be too repetitive here. Tana and Patrick Starrr were there. Now, if you don't know who Patrick Starrr is, Patrick Starrr is a beauty influencer. I've never watched Patrick Starr's videos, so that is really all you need to know. I don't know much else. I have read a little bit of people who used to be subscribed or who used to watch that are disappointed because apparently Patrick Starrr used to not be quote-unquote problematic, like very much staying in his own lane, very much just wholesome, quote-unquote. And now it appears that he's gone down this route, kind of following Nikita, essentially just causing scandals to remain relevant because apparently his makeup line isn't doing well. Obviously, I don't see the numbers, so I don't know. I can't really think of any other reason why he would go down this route and essentially mimic Nikita and her shitty behavior unless it's to garner some kind of attention. If you were doing that, if you were doing stupid petty things, I probably wouldn't even talk about it. The thing is, I'm starting to think, and I might be putting my tinfoil conspiracy hat on for a second, but I'm really starting to think that whether they realize it or not, these people are trying to capitalize on COVID. And I never really thought that people would sink that low, but I really think it's not turned into, oh, let me cause a scandal. It's like, no, I know people are gonna get really pissed off if I go to a massive party in LA where even the cops have to step in and the governors had to step in multiple times being like, stop doing this. It's gotten to that level of wanting to be relevant that you are not only putting other people's lives in danger and your own. You know, when I comment on things like this, there will inevitably be the one comment of like, oh, what they do doesn't affect me, which is just directly untrue because the fact that these people are still partying has made this situation worse because it continues to spread. And aside from that, like I said, even if they're partying in LA in their $1 million mansion, it's hard for me to believe none of these people go to grocery stores. People being paid minimum wage did not sign up to be in contact with people who are just casually partying, taking no precautions. And then what do we have? We have a minimum wage employee who is now sick because people were being idiots at the Pussy Palace party. You know, so like, there's no way we can put this, there's no perspective in this where it doesn't affect anyone else. It just does not work that way. It's just surreal to me that I have to scream about this, you know, like once a month. It's also surreal to me that I think that none of these people will take it seriously until someone close to them gets it and may have a rough version of it. You know, like maybe they think everyone around them is going to get a mild version. Maybe they think everyone around them is immune to death. I don't know, but that's the thing that scares me, is that there's no understanding of the severity of the situation until it hits them. And that's on being entirely full of yourself, egocentric and narcissistic, in my opinion. The interesting thing about Patrick Starrr, though, and the reason why I'm singling out Patrick Starrr, because I've called Tana out for this, but again, someone who films dead bodies, drives under the influence. Do I have any standards for her? Absolutely fucking not. Also, let's remember, she apologized for partying and said she should do better. And then this clip came up. This clip is really gross, but it's like seared into my brain now. Tana and Patrick Starrr like licking each other's faces, and Tana says, "Oh, what about it?" or something like that. So it's all of her apologies have been fake, just like performative. We already knew that. But here she's openly being like, essentially like, fuck all of you peasants. This was at Nikita's party, and she was licking Patrick Starr's face. So Patrick Starrr was there. And then in Nikita's pictures in the comments section, he's like, "I wish I could have been there," something along those lines. I'll put the screenshot here. I don't know if that's supposed to be some kind of joke or something, or if he's actually trying to make people think he wasn't there, but he posted it on his own. I just don't know what the point of that was. If it's a joke, it's not funny. If it's an inside joke, I'm happy they had all the laughs. It's interesting to see this kind of dynamic of even Nikita prior being like, "Stay home, stay safe," bleh, and then this, you know? So that's why I think they're capitalizing on it, because they're moving with what makes sense to them at the moment. So maybe at the beginning of all of this, of the pandemic, they thought they wanted to show, you know, like they wanted to get their little morality sticker being like, "Stay home, protect yourself." And now they're like, well, I'm becoming irrelevant again, so what do I do? So it's like, rip off the morality sticker and just go balls to the wall, throw parties with hundreds of people, just don't care at all. The reason why I'm mentioning Patrick is because I kind of think that this may be what he's doing. He's losing relevance, and this is the way a lot of influencers are saving whatever relevance they had. Though to me, and to a lot of people, I'm just saying, you're showing your true colors by doing this. Like I have a list of people I stopped supporting because I'm seeing what they're doing, and it's like, you can never convince me that you care about another human if you're out partying when you are a millionaire or wealthy enough or fortunate enough to work from home, but you still choose to go out partying. Because that's the core of this issue. There are essential workers out there who aren't being paid enough for what they're doing, first of all, that have to be at their jobs and that have to effectively, potentially risk getting sick or even risk losing their lives because they are essential workers. When you have the luxury to stay home, to lessen the risk, why are you doing this? And if it's because you didn't want to miss a birthday, I'm sorry, to me that makes you a piece of shit. Like, I'm sorry. My birthday, Jacob's birthday, our Christmas, our New Year's, just us in the same household, being locked up for almost a year. We're getting there now. If we can do it, I think these millionaires can do it, and these people who are wealthy enough and able to create content and work from home can do it. So just to summarize, the reason that I use Patrick Starrr for this example specifically is because it seems like he's using it as a career move, which is a weird thing to say. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons as always. Let's get right into the fan art.